The first construction we're going to look at is to copy a line segment. So we'll create a line segment here, AB, for us to copy. Using my straightedge, I begin by creating what's called an auxiliary line, which is really just a guideline for us to copy our line segment onto. On this guideline, I place point A prime with a little hash mark. That's the copy of point A. Using my compass tool, I am now going to measure the distance between point A and B, or the length of segment AB. Copying that little arc I just made onto my guideline, I now know where B prime lives and I can mark it accordingly. Using my straightedge, connecting A and B prime, I have now copied my line segment AB, and AB prime is congruent to AB. This is the copy a line segment construction. The next construction we're going to look at is to copy an angle. So first we're going to need an angle for us to copy. And so I'm just using the line segment tool here. I'm creating two rays and I'm going to call this angle P. The vertex is point P. Now, using a straightedge and compass, I want to construct or copy an exact measuring angle. So like with the segment, I'm going to start with a guideline and put point P prime on it. The next thing I'm going to do is use my compass tool, which creates circles, and I'm going to actually lock in a circle around point P and copy that over on point P prime. So once I have that circle distance locked in and I marked point A on that angle, I'm now going to mark point A prime on the angle that I've copied, or excuse me, on the circle that I've copied. Now, the tricky part is once you have this circle on the angle, it creates two points which you can measure with the compass. From point A, there's another point on there which we can mark, and so the way that I can find this on my copy is creating a circle around point A and doing the same circle down on A prime. Now I can find the intersection of those two circles, and that's going to be where I can copy point B prime. Using my straightedge, we can complete this copying of an angle by creating a line segment from P prime to B prime. Now, the angle I've just created is exactly the same measure as the original angle I had created. Angle BPA is congruent to angle BPA prime. Notice the vertex letter is in the middle of that designation. In other words, the letter P shows up in the middle of angle BPA. Using the physical tool takes a little bit of practice, so let's look at some examples of what it looks like to construct with the tool itself. So to copy a line segment, we're going to just follow the same procedure that I did on the digital compass, but now with an actual compass. So using a straightedge, I create an original segment AB. I want to copy this, so creating a point A prime and a guideline for me to work on that has to be a little bit longer than the line I drew originally. I'm now going to open my compass to measure the distance between AB and copy that distance with a little bit of an arc. That construction mark, that arc, is something we want to see when making a construction. You do not erase this mark. Similarly, we can check out what the physical construction of an angle, copying an angle, looks like. So copying an angle starts with, like we saw in the digital version, creating an angle for us to copy. So with my straightedge, I just create two angles, or maybe you're given an angle to copy. And I label the vertex here, I'm labeling it A. I put my copy vertex somewhere and I create a guideline to work off of, and so all I need to do now is create a second ray or second line, and I'm going to do that by creating a circle around the vertex. Here you can notice that they're not actually drawing the full circle, just part of the circle, or an arc. Measuring the distance between those 2 points now created on the angle, I can create a second circle, like we did, or a second arc, and find a point of intersection. And with a straight edge, create the angle or copy the angle. Angle A and angle A prime are congruent. And that's how it looks. So that's it for now. Hopefully you practice these constructions both by hand and digitally so that you get a real sense of how these constructions work. See you next time.